morning. It's Matt with Hall of Fame Flavor here in Newnan, Georgia. Let's see, today is Friday, May 8th, and I'm on my way out to Atlanta Fire Station 1. They got a vending machine out there that has a bad condenser fan. I've already diagnosed it maybe last month. It's been a little difficult trying to find a condenser fan for this particular unit, just because it's a obsolete unit, and there's like no information on where and how to find one of those fans. So I found something that should work. Worst case scenario, I can retrofit the framing and the mounting for it to accept the fan that I bought. So it was just a 9-volt fan, or a 9-watt fan, and bought it off of eBay. Essentially the whole assembly comes with the motor, comes with the fan blades, to make it as a complete assembly. So it's literally whenever the compressor gets kicked on, the fan turns on. And when I was out there originally checking it out, the compressor would kick on, and it sounded good. You know, it didn't sound like the compressor was starving for refrigerant or oil. It wasn't making any kind of hissing sounds or anything along those lines. The discharge line was getting hot. The condenser was warming up, but the condenser fan wasn't kicking on to cool down that gas, you know, to change that state, so that way it would efficiently cool. So what I was suspecting, because I didn't want to let it run for too long, what I was suspecting was just the high pressures, the high heat was causing noises, or the fan itself was literally on its last leg the last time it ran, and that's what they were hearing, because that was what they called me out originally for, was the compressor or the unit was making a real bad noise, like it was going to blow up. So when I originally checked it out, it was not working. But I wasn't going to sit there and let it run for as long as it needed to for it to start making those noises, because again, the condenser fan and the compressor are both tied into the same circuit. So once the board sends voltage out for the compressor to kick on, it kicks on the fan. So and again, the compressor made no noises, not that it didn't make any noises, it just didn't make any suspicious noises to make me suspect that it had some sort of issue. So originally my thought pattern was, when I was talking with the gentleman on the phone, was that it was low on refrigerant. So originally the quote was to come out, take a look at the unit, do a basic inspection, tap into the lines, splice in some ports, so that way we can tap into the system, evacuate all the refrigerant, vacuum it down, recharge the system, and then do a compressor test to verify its operation. But again, after turning on, running it, seeing that the hotline was working, everything was working except for the condenser fan. So like I said, I'm 99% positive that that's going to solve their issue, and then they'll be able to use that machine again. So they've got a USI 3151 Shervend. It's actually a pretty nice unit if you think about it. It is, I believe, a 12 unit or a 12 separate can machine that holds, I want to say, like 72 cans. So if you're in an environment that you want a large selection of cans, and I mean it also do bottles too, but you're not going to have nearly as many bottles as you will cans, but it's a great unit to have maximum selection and as well as maximum supply of your selection. Like compared to my Vendo, make sure I got my cruise on. Yep, there we go. Compared to my Vendo, I've got 5 racks, and in each rack I've got 8 rows, and then each row can carry 8 cans. So if you were trying to hold the same amount of drinks in my Vendo compared to that USI unit, USI is going to be able to hold a whole lot more. So again, it's obsolete. Everything's changing. The industry's changing. So you're probably going to see a lot less machines similar to that style.
New text message from Randy,
there he
fire
is.
station.
Texting me right now. You're going to see a lot less styles like that probably coming out in the future. Everything's going to go towards AI and smart coolers. I don't think you'll ever get away from vending machines in general and traditionally, but I don't think they're going to be, big bad fancy machines. We'll see. I mean, there are a lot of different brands out there that are available. So, what else is there? So yeah, so once I get done with that, I've got to shoot north of Atlanta to check out a double cabinet AI smart cooler for the hotel. I submitted my proposal contract to them yesterday. I sent over the machines that I plan on using. Both of those machines, so the smart freezer and then the double cabinet smart cooler. So if they give me the go ahead and they say, hey, yes, we'll agree to these terms in this contract, then I'll go ahead and order the freezer, and then I still got to verify the condition of the double cooler. But once I do that, I'll be set. I'll have all the machines that I need. So hopefully I get an answer on that today, because I am going to go check out that cooler today. And I know the guy wants it sold ASAP, and he doesn't want to, kind of sit in limbo while he's waiting for an answer. But I can't pull the trigger on that deal until I know for sure that they're okay with that machine style. Because I think originally he was saying that they wanted a single machine for drinks, single machine for snacks, a single machine for the freezer. But my thought pattern with the double chest cabinet, however you want to phrase it, is that I'm going to have one transaction, and they're going to be able to have access to both drinks and snacks on one swipe of a card, compared to a swipe of the card for drinks and then a swipe of a card for snacks. So, if they're not trying to get like a microwave lunch or dinner or something like that, but they just want to grab a drink for the morning and, maybe some fresh fruit, like an apple or something like that, then, they're only going to have to swipe their card once. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Plus, it'll help out with my operational costs, because each system has its mandatory monthly fees that are associated with it, plus all the transaction fees that are associated with it. So if I can minimize it as much as possible, that'll help me out. That'll also help them out. So we'll see what happens. I should have an answer today, hopefully, and I'll give you guys an update on that. So that's kind of it at the moment. Like I said, I'm waiting for the final decision on this Studio Res by Marriott down there in LaGrange. Once they tell me yes or no, or give me a direction on which way we're going, I can move forward with that. I got the part for the Y-axis motor for the Vendo. I've got that with me, so if I have time on my way back from checking out the smart cooler, I'm going to swing by that location and get that installed and verify its operation. So this Friday is a pretty busy day, and kind of see how it goes, see if we can fit everything in. As long as I don't run into any hiccups or major traffic or anything along those lines, then we'll be good. It'll be a good day. So that's my update for the day. Appreciate you joining me. Man, this sun is brutal, right in my face. I'm glad I brought my hat at least. I haven't been able to find my glasses. Set them down somewhere, and I don't know where they're at. More than likely my kids got a hold of them, and who knows where it could be right now. So alright, thanks for joining me. Until next time, see ya.